Hi, Canela. Canela. Canelita. ¿Por qué te fuiste? She just bounced, bro. Okay. Okay, folks. So today was sort of a weird day. It had its ups and downs, but the final closing print was on the negative side, but not overly much. You can see that is close to being flat, if you ask me. But then it went a little bit on the downside. But 0.10%, 0.21%, and 0.26%, that's really nothing. Pre-market for tomorrow, things look as well on the flat side. Again, if you ask me, even though they're kind of like looking on the green side, and you can see here, nothing, no change. So yeah, no big change for tomorrow. And we'll see, maybe it'll be a free fall Friday, or maybe things will continue on the high side. Okay, so let's get this party started. So the winners of the day were Walmart, Chewy, BJ's, and Boeing. We'll take a look at those in a minute. So the reason Walmart was so high, close to 7%, you can see it gapped up from this support level, is that it had earnings, and it had good earnings. So now is at all-time highs. It broke out, and you can see the earning results were really good. 22%, 22.45% better than expected on the earnings, and revenue up 8.50%. So things are looking good for Walmart. Is continuing its trajectory on the upward side because consumers are still going to shop at Walmart. They're going to get their food and their discretionary / basic staples. Chewy, if you ask me, I don't know, this thing is looking very bad. Down, down, down on a weekly level. And it's the last 3 days have been good, but overall, if you zoom out, you can see that this is not looking good for Chewy. It is surpassed the IPO price. I mean, not surpassed, but it's below it. And yeah, so maybe this is a good opportunity to short it at some point. BJ's, I'll skip. We'll take a look at Boeing real quick. I like looking at it on a weekly. So things have been cray. This thing has been erratic. It has been going up here. You can see, and then it had going down, 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 a bounce. So it really likes this level that we had identified here, as well as this one. It touched it and it's bounced up. It looks like it's continuing its bounce up there, but the trend from here to down here is still slightly negative, or on the negative side. This thing, it looks like it's gonna cross downward. So we'll continue to observe it, and hopefully you can do a little test here on this 161 level, 161.50 level, and the ultimate precio that we would like is this 126, 125 area or so. Okay, that's that. Intel, somebody was playing this today or trading it today. Again, on a weekly level, the last couple of months, since the beginning of March or whatever, or it's the beginning of 24, it has been going down. We had
Buy
identified.
it for the long term, people. Long term play. It's at a good
So,
deal now.
so this is at a good level. That you can play it off, this 30, 32 level for a buy. We'll look at it on a minute chart. You can see it was a really good up day. So if you went long, you would have been successful. The last couple of days have been really good. And so it's been going on a upward trend based on the last 5 days or so. We can also take a look at a 15-minute real quick. And you can see here, the trend is going up, 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 up. So really like that $30 level that we had identified. So, if it goes down, maybe to down here, it would be a good idea to maybe consider buying it as Miss Green's recommendation. Dollar Tree is on hard buy. Let's look at Dollar Tree on a weekly level. It continues to be going down. We like it at the level. It almost touched it down here. So just wait until it touches it, because it's on hard buy. So if it's on hard buy, people will more likely short it. Obviously, the ultimate level that we had identified is also 100, and it could get there maybe in the summer. In the summer months, from July or so, it'll touch that level a lot back in the day. So, that's why we had identified it. Just try to get the best price. Not a bad price here if it does a little bounce up, but once you start breaking this down, flat bottom break, maybe consider 100 instead. We'll look at AMD. Some folks were playing this. So yeah, it off of this level, it's been kind of going up. On a weekly level, yeah, it's starting to make a consolidated area here, which was this previous resistant, which will now become support. So this could start potentially going up, but we'll see. Time will tell. EBC. It's staying in this range, like 14-12. It hasn't moved from here, like this 14, let's say 1450 level to 11 or so is the lowest. So maybe it'll continue to be in this range. Try to get the dip. It looks like the last 5 days it has been going up, so maybe it'll get back here to 16. That would be fabulous. For people who got the low or a dip. A Banco, close to a 1%, and it's doing the same thing. This thing has been doing really good. We're discussing this level, but we never got into it, and now it has moved up, like trajectory up, up, up. You snooze, you lose. Google, back to its old antics again. So let's look at the daily. Last couple of days have been really strong for the NASDAQ. It broke it's now at all-time highs again. It's a little indecision candle here, but that's what we want to see. Will it break out from this level? It is Google. So unless something dramatic happens, I don't see why I would not break it. And the next potential level would be 180. Just manage your risk, but it looks like things are going strong. Tesla, like I had said, it likes this range between 200 and 175. The ultimate question is, will it break down or will it continue to be in this holding pattern of just resting around here? You know, this is a buy-in zone or a breakdown zone. So far, I mean, if you look at a zoom out, things are still looking kind of on the negative side for Tesla. However, it is at a good buy-in point. So it could just be, hey, I'm gonna hang around here for a minute, a week or so. But you know, if you get it here, you can see that you could potentially get back to this 200 and stuff like that. But if it breaks below this, you know, it's gonna continue to go down. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so then we're gonna look at the losers, and that's it. So coin had a rough day. Meaty, I'm not surprised. This thing went cray-cray the other day. This was the buying opportunity that I had mentioned, this really crazy pop-up. So now, what can you do? Just, you know, if you missed it, hey, it's all right. This thing is still at kind of support. If it goes above maybe $8 or so, grab it again. But ultimately, this thing is going to go to the gutter to less than $5. You can see the earning report wasn't amazing. Negative is still losing lots of dinero. And obviously this was a squeeze play, which is what we had mentioned before. It is on hard buy, so you know, it is what it is. Piton, again, the same thing, probably the same situation we had mentioned to try to get it around $5 or so. It really liked this level, and now it's starting to go back down. You can see that earnings were absolutely horrendous, so doesn't make any sense for it to go up. But the powers that be, the market makers, are saying, hey, let's trick people. Let's bounce it up, squeeze them out. And then when everybody's squeezed out, you go down. Wayfair, kind of glad I got out of this, even though it's turning around. But what can you do? It could continue to go up, especially now that they have the store that they created the other day. But hey, such is life.
What are you talking
Bana,
about? Store they created.
huh?
What are you talking about? Store Wayfair created.
They created a store, like a physical store. Hold on.
Where at?
I will search for it in CNBC because I saw it. Hold on.
Okay. And maybe it's in Boston since they're based out of Boston.
Let me see. I saw it earlier. Right here, 12 hours ago. Wayfair to open its first large store as a physical location to make a comeback. Wayfair is opening its first large format store because the physical experience can be better for customers than shopping online. The online home goods retailer allows a string of other digital native companies that have open stores, including Warby Parker, Figs, Go-Zero, and Everland. In 2022, for the first time in 5 years, new retail stores openings outpaced store closures, and that trend has continued in 2023 and 24. So let's see. Okay, so it's near Chicago. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of smart. I figure it may be in the middle of the country. Okay.
So Illinois. That's it. Okay, so let's see. We open. It's 243. Dickety Dicks. This was the short to grab, as we had mentioned, to 20. It's continued to slowly go down. It's creating an area here of support, but ultimately it does have to fill this gap. We like this 150 area, so that's probably a good area to purchase dickety dicks. Okay. Meta had a little rougher day, but you can see it wasn't really a big deal based on this candle. It has been going consistently up after earnings. It had a big dip, air quotes, and that, but the earnings was good. So that tells you all you need to know. If it's good, it went down, but now it's picking back up. So it's gonna go back to its all-time highs until otherwise. So let's see if it breaks out from this 200 period. Let's look at Home Depot. Home Depot had a not so good day, another red candle here. So from yesterday, it went down, kind of stayed flat up. And then today was the day to short it. It basically went down for the first hour or so. It picked back up, but then it continued on its descent. So I think it'll continue to go down. Let's see. Zoni. So today was a rough day for Amazoni, negative 1.24%. It has been sliding down from all-time highs, but that can be misleading again. Let's see if it breaks this 50 period. Until it breaks it, and it breaks it down really bad, I will be convinced. But I think it's still going to continue to go up. These tech stocks are really strong. AAL, we were watching on this to see if it would go back down below 14. It has 3 down days in a row, but overall the trend has been going up. So we'll see if it at least gets back to this 1380. That's a good buy for us. Fresh Pet, hey, negative 0.67%. And let's look at our famous buddy, NVDA. Again, we had mentioned this before. The darling of the year. When we thought it was going to continue, I wasn't entirely convinced. So this was a really good buying opportunity if you got it here at 760, 5 or so, 67. And if you've been holding it since then, you're already up. And you're almost back at all-time highs. They had mentioned with the upgrade that it could get up to $1,200. So, just keep that in the back of your mind. It looks like it's going to break that top there. And so I don't see why it wouldn't reach 1,000. It could even do it tomorrow. Well, maybe not tomorrow because it's only $30, but maybe come by Monday, it would reach that $1,000 mark. And I don't see why it wouldn't. So they can be even more hyped up regarding NVDA. So just be careful. If you are long on this, congratulations. XOM, we'll take a look at that. It's just been diddling in the middle, sort of. Kind of a little up and down, really not much going on, but just a little up, a little bit down, a little bit up. But based on this, it's still kind of on the high side. So that's all I have, folks, for this Thursday. Oh, let's take a look at our softy guy, aka Microsoft. Back to its trajectory. If you look at it on a weekly here, it's very, very strong. This trend is very, very strong. Up, 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 up. It has a little dip, but it's just stepping up every day, every week. So on the daily here, you can see it did the same thing as NVDA, where they had that dip. But that was just a buying opportunity. It's going back to all-time highs. So will it continue? Let's see if it breaks out from this. And the answer is, at the moment, yes. Mickey D's, It's just doing the same thing, just kind of hovering around here. We like it down here. So we shall continue and wait and observe because, people are not buying McDonald's as they used to, but, because it's expensive, it's still making money. So make sure you get your coupons and get the coupon deals and some free fries and free Big Macs with the app. I do. My son loves that. The Big Mac. So yeah, look at this. Apple is showing its face again. We had, this was a really good buying opportunity in this area or even down here. You can see that after earnings, it's just been shooting up every single day. And great buy down here. So yeah, it's gonna catch up to the other guys because it was being left behind. It wasn't being the darling anymore. People were forgetting about Apple, but it said, hey, I'm over here. I'm back, baby. So I think this is gonna shoot up, especially for that June conference they have or whatever. And I think that's what's gonna make it go to 200. So at the moment, things are looking good for Apple. Try to buy a dip. It is obvious that this is a very strong momentum and just ride it as much as you can. And let's look at Nikete. Get it at 90 or below. The trend is still going down, my friends. So that's it. That's all I have. We were looking at this and this is how the store looks like. You know, if this would be an interesting article. I got out of this stock. So maybe I did the right thing because look at this. Things have been going really good for them. And yeah, if you get a chance, read this, and that will be all, folks. Have a wonderful weekend. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment, and much appreciated. Peace out, my friend.